What life lesson did you learn that you will never forget, and when did you learn it? Not everybody who speaks in a pleasant way to you is your friend. Absolutely. I worked with this girl many years ago at a fast food place, and she spoke in a very sweet voice, but I was too young to see how negative and passive-aggressive everything that came out of her mouth was. If it makes you feel better, it probably absolutely devastated and annoyed the life out of her that you were oblivious. Those type of people thrive on a reaction, and usually like to paint themselves as the victim when they get a proper one. Yep. I've seen it recommended that you just play dumb with passive-aggressive people. Partly to drive them nuts. But then I've also seen the advice of calmly asking, "Are you trying to indirectly say?" But I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it encourages them to continue being passive-aggressive because it works. Nice is different than good. There was this girl in my friend group that always acted really nice and even bought me gifts for holidays. She and another girl ended up causing a shitload of drama. Found out after that she always hated me. I can understand hiding the fact you hate someone, but why waste money on gifts for them? That girl sounds crazy, and I hope you're doing well and keeping her a healthy distance away. Listen to your body. For years, I pushed myself to my physical limits. I went without sleep, skipped meals, stress ate, often had emotional breakdowns, etc. You know what eventually happened? Multiple mental illnesses, emotional disorders, unexplained chronic pain, My body literally started shutting down to slow me down and force some self-care. It's taken years of prioritizing my health, and I'm still struggling with lesser remainders of those issues. Take it from me. Please, please, please listen to your body. When your body/mind is tired, rest. When you're hungry, eat intuitively. When you're stressed, find an effective way to decompress, journal, go on a walk, talk it out with a person you trust. When you already have too much on your plate, say no. I know it can be easier said than done, but it's a worthwhile investment in yourself. You're worth it. If you're right but you're obnoxious about it, people won't see you as the good guy. Took me until the end of grad school to figure that one out. Reminds me of one of my hostel mates. The guy would bring forth some fairly right arguments but was so arrogant and aggressive, no one really cared or bothered to listen and was very much disliked. You're not wrong, Walter, you're just an a-hole. You can delegate authority, you can't delegate responsibility. Been a mantra my mom has spoken since I was a kid. I learned this one as a young man. I was a maintenance supervisor at a resort, and every week we had to shut down a floor of each building in the wintertime to do repairs and refurbishment on all the condo units. One employee complained that he got stuck with painting all the time, so I told him if he was comfortable replacing the hot water heaters that week, he could do that job. So I was focused on all the logistics and normal operations and let him do his thing. The day before everything was to be inspected and put back into service, I discovered that the employee had 4 more water heaters to replace, and he had not put all the previous units' cabinetry back together. The heaters were hidden under the countertop in the kitchen. We had to pay thousands of dollars to a plumbing company to come in and finish the job because there was no way to get it all done in time. My boss in the home office was furious and asked how this happened when we were doing all the other floors on time. I tried to explain that the employee fucked up and didn't tell anyone in time. But my boss explained to me that it's my job to make sure they did their job and not make excuses. I was pissed, but after I cooled off, I realized he was right. You can assign tasks and projects to others, but ultimately you have to be responsible for the overall outcome. That's a hard, sucky lesson, but a powerful one. Sorry about that, though. You don't like everybody, so don't worry about everybody liking you. Of course, be respectful to everyone you meet. But don't bend over backwards to please all of them. Don't take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from. So basically leave Reddit altogether. Lol. My best friend passed away a few years ago, and I learned 2 life lessons. Never keep people in your life if they don't love and respect you as much as you do them. Never take for granted the time you spend with the people you keep. It could be over any day. I used to spend evenings with my grandmother every single day. One day, I was busy with some school work and could not spend the time with her. She passed away that night. It has been 10 years since that day, and not a single day has passed when I do not contemplate what would have happened if I just spent some time with her that evening. Since then, I have made it a point to never take people for granted. It could be over before you even realize. I was 21 when I learned that just because you've been friends with someone a long time, does not mean you're obligated to stay friends with them forever. If you're at the point where you dread being around them, leave. No amount of history is worth your peace. Minimal maxims from the minimalists. You can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you. Thank you for listening to another B-Town Reddit Stories episode. Hit the subscribe button and check out our channel for more stories. Let us know your opinion about this topic in the comments.